What's good, kinfolk? It's your boy Screwface Capone, the gaming mobster, and I'm back with another video. If you were watching yesterday's Xbox showcase, you'll know they announced a new Game Pass title right then and there, and not only that, they released it that same day. Hi-Fi Rush, which is available on both Xbox Series X and Steam, is a new game from Shinji Mikami's Tango Gameworks. Mikami, as many of you may know, is the brains behind Resident Evil, The Evil Within, and last year's Ghostwire Tokyo. As you may know, those three games are horror titles. Hi-Fi Rush, as you might have noticed, is not a horror title. However, for what I've seen so far, the game is horrifyingly fun. Okay, I'm not sure if horrifying would be the word I'd use here, but you get the idea. I played through the first level, so I decided to grab some footage, give my 2 cents, and make this first impressions video because it's been a while since I did one. Hi-Fi Rush can best be described as Devil May Cry with rhythm. You play as a wannabe rocker named Chai, who gets mixed up with a corrupt robotics corporation and somehow ends up with a robotic arm and his music player infused to his heart. You'll meet a bunch of new friends as you escape and fight back against the corporation. The first thing you'll notice about the game is its art style. It's got this awesome Saturday morning cartoon aesthetic, and everything is bright and animated. Not only that, a lot of gamers will be reminded of Jet Set Radio. The second thing you'll notice is how everything is on a beat, from the enemy movements to the background details and even your own attacks, which I'll cover in a second. The music is integrated into nearly every facet of the game. Not only do you attack on beat, but you'll also dodge, jump, and combo on beat. It's just that catchy. You can even move around and it almost responds to the beat as well. The soundtrack contains licensed music, such as Nine Inch Nails, but if you want to stream the game, there's a streamer-friendly mode which replaces the licensed tunes with an original soundtrack. The original soundtrack isn't bad either, and it's just as great of a fit for the game. Matter of fact, I might go back through it just to play the game with the original licensed tunes, just to see how everything compares. As for the combat system, the game is your typical hack and slash fest, but the music changes things up. You can do combos, but you'll do even more damage when you time them to the beat properly. You can even gain the ability to finish it off at the end if you press the button at the correct moment. The enemies drop gears which you can use to upgrade your abilities and purchase additional moves between levels. You can also complete challenges which will gain you rewards. You have a special meter, and once it's filled, you can pull off a super move. You can purchase additional super moves and swap them out if you want something different. At the end of each level, there's also a boss fight, and the one I faced off against was pretty epic for early on in the game. During the second level, you gain a grappling hook, or rather your little robot cat companion can turn into a grappling hook, which you can use to cross huge pitfalls or pull enemies towards you. You can also briefly summon one of your allies for a one-off attack. I imagine there will be even more cool abilities that you'll find throughout the game. If there was one fault with this game, it's that beside the music integration, it doesn't do much that you haven't seen before in these types of games. Still, when the gameplay is solid and everything else lines up, it really doesn't have to. It just has to be fun. And for what I've seen so far, Hi-Fi Rush has the fun factor in spades. The game has that perfect middle shelf feel to it. I know we like our AAA masterpieces, and us Xbox Series X owners in particular are waiting on our Red Falls and Avoweds, but these smaller scale titles have a lot to offer if you got an open mind. We've been seeing quite a few of these games from studios under the Xbox Games brand, particularly last year's As Dusk Falls, Grounded, and Pentiment. I feel like these games tend to get slept on, but again, they got a lot to offer games who are looking for something different, and it looks like we'll be seeing more of these games from Xbox Game Studios going forward. On another note, with this game being developed by Shinji Mikami, and with Grounded and Pentiment being developed by Obsidian, it's pretty cool seeing developers under the Xbox umbrella stepping out their comfort zones and trying out different game types. I hope we see more of this going forward too, not just from Xbox, but all throughout the industry. For now though, Hi-Fi Rush will be a great way to keep us tied over until Starfield comes out. Anyway, that's it for this video, not much more to say about it. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. If you like what you just saw, feel free to click that like button and make sure you share it too. If you're new to the channel and you want to join the Mafia, hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon. That way when I drop new videos, you'll get the news straight from the Don himself, and that's me, of course. You can also follow me via various social media via the link tree that's in the description. I like to cover indie titles along with retro games and the occasional cool piece of tech, so if you want some beside Call of Duty and Fortnite videos, subscribe and you'll become a made man. In the meantime, if you want to see some more first looks at games that I think you'll like, I got 2 other playlists for you. There's a Shark Tank, where I look at a game's demo and beta, and Trailer Takedowns, where I look at and react to trailers for upcoming games. You can go right to them by hitting the links that just popped up on your screen. Anyway, I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'm out at 51,000 G, kinfolk.